UValleyRadio.net. Good morning. Happy Friday to you, heading into the weekend, but we are wrapping up National School Choice Week. We've been celebrating since the 22nd through January 28th. And basically, to remind you, school choice is the process of allowing every family to choose the K through 12 educational options that best fit their children. Every child is unique. All children learn differently. Some children might succeed at the neighborhood public school. Others might fit in better at a charter, magnet, online, private, or home learning environment. So we are showcasing Uvalde County's educational options here with interviews with principals and heads of school at several different campuses in the area. So we're listening for the history, the mission, curriculum, and enrollment information from these schools. And joining me again for the second time, we talked to her last year, and I think she's just going to be an old pro at this by now. From St. Philip's Episcopal School, we've got Joy Jechow on the phone. Did I say it right?
Yes, that's correct. Hello, Robert.
It's good to talk to you again, and thank you so much for joining us and bragging about SPES.
Yes, I'm glad to be here. I am very proud of SPES. It's a wonderful school. It's been a huge part of my life and a great part of the community of Uvalde now for 61 years.
Wow, 61 years. That is a long time. We're going to get into the history of the school. Right now, let's talk about the history of Joy, all right? So Joy, tell me your educational background. What inspired you to get into education, and how long have you been at the at St. Philip's, and in what capacities and how long?
Well, I am a native of Huntsville, Texas. I grew up there on a ranch. I graduated from Huntsville High School and then went to college at Texas A&M University. I earned my degree in educational curriculum and instruction in December of 1981. And I do have 20 years of teaching experience, 17 of those years here at St. Philip's Episcopal School, and I'm now in my second year as the head of school at St. Philip's Episcopal School.
That is fantastic. So what inspired you to get into education? Was it, kind of just from being a small girl, hey, I want to be a teacher? Or do you have a family of teachers? What was the influence there?
Well, actually, both of my parents were teachers, and I clearly remember when I was in the second grade, I had a wonderful teacher whom I loved, and I enjoyed being in her class, and I remember sitting there in my desk and looking at her and just thinking, I want to be a teacher like that someday. So I do have that memory, and I entertained some thoughts of other possible, paths later on as I was going to college, but I always came back to teaching was what was the right thing for me. So I have not regretted that.
I'm going to ask you something. This is a one-off from other questions I've been asking, but I've always kind of wondered this in the back of my mind. That was a great story about being inspired, by I guess, looking up to somebody, an elder, a teacher, and going, you know what, I want to do that. I feel like that's the case many times, I think, with past generations. But excuse me for being a little pessimistic, but I feel like educators these days, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm not talking about any schools here in Uvalde in particular, but I think in general, I think it's safe to say that many educators of this current generation are looking to kind of influence kids, and not in the best of ways, maybe with an agenda, and you know what I mean, to kind of counter culture what tradition, has raised kids in schools. Like, would you say there's any validity to that? And do you have any thoughts on that?
I think that does exist, and I think that is occurring. It's unfortunate for those kind of things to occur. I love that at St. Philip's Episcopal School, that is not the case. Mm-hmm. At this school, it's a school that has a foundation of Christian love and strong academic learning, and we just want to share the love of Christ with the students, let it be a natural, real, vibrant part of their lives, and give them a strong basis of academic learning to prepare them for life and to prepare them to make positive choices in their lives and live a life that will make the world a better place.
Well, obviously, you guys are a great school here in Uvalde. And again, we're talking to Joy from St. Philip's Episcopal School. Now, they're located at 343 North Getty Street. You can call them at 830-278-1350. The website is spesuvalde.org. And it is School Choice Week, so we're kind of highlighting some of the different campuses around town. And Joy, you've been your second year now as head of school. Tell us what the first year was like and what you're and heading into this second year now, what your experience has been. I know that Uvalde went through a devastating tragedy last year, which really kind of changed the face of education, I think, for everybody. Just let me know how it's been those last couple of years.
Well, it has. First of all, overall, it's been a great blessing. This school, that's why I'm here, because I believe in what this school does, what it has done in the past and continues to do. St. Philip's, despite ups and downs in life, and of course, May 24th of last year was a tremendous tragedy that has changed us all forever. But I think in light of that and in light of uncertain times in our lives, we need to give students the things that the school is founded on are still what is needed, and that is to give students a foundation of Christian love and strong academic learning. We do endeavor to keep them safe, and we're more conscious of safety now, and we've initiated some really good practical safety measures, but we also want to balance that with normalcy and hope and optimism for the future. And this St. Philip's School is a continuing presence in the community of Uvalde, and actually we have students that come in from surrounding areas. It's a presence of faith, in Christian faith, of love, of learning, and that has endured now for several generations. We have students currently whose grandparents attended this school and whose parents attended this school, and I think that's very significant that those family members want to bring their students, their children, and their families back to St. Philip's because of how it's blessed their lives on a long-term basis.
Fantastic. Well, I really like that comment about finding that balance between, security and caution and, of course, normalcy. I think our kids really, really, really need that right now.
Yes.
Again, we're talking to Joy here from St. Philip's Episcopal School. Let's go ahead. You mentioned like 60 plus years, and according to the website, since 1961. Fantastic.
Yes. Episcopal School was established in 1961 and has continued as a vibrant and wonderful presence in the community.
So let's go ahead and talk about the classes and everyday, learning life. What is your average class size, a student-teacher ratio, or give us a look into the day in a life at the school?
Our staff ratio of students is one staff member for every 6 students, so our students get a lot of individual attention and guidance and assistance. We have students from age 2, and that class is called the 2K, so our grade range goes from 2K to grade 4. And our students begin the day, as most schools do. They arrive between 7:30 and 8 and begin their school day at 8. They have, as I've mentioned before, they have really strong academic foundation. They also have some really wonderful classes that help them to be well-rounded students and enriched students. What we call our special classes include Spanish every day, physical education every day, and then our students also once a week have godly play classes which teach them Bible stories and help them learn about the Christian calendar of the year. They go to chapel 2 mornings a week. In the fall semester, they have music. In the spring semester, they have art. And we also have library and STEAM, which is science, technology, engineering, art, and math. So that's some of the many educational opportunities that we offer our students.
I think it's fantastic that you highlighted Spanish, which, of course, here in Uvalde, Southwest Texas, is really a necessary
yes, it is.
thing to have. And then, of course, physical education, PE, coming from a chubby kid, you got to keep those kids active, especially these days, post lockdowns. And now that they've got devices that are kind of teaching them, we got to get them moving and shaking, right? Because
that's right.
There are so many ways, so many distractions for them to stare into these days. So great stuff. Now, if a parent is interested in getting their kid enrolled or wants more information, what's the best way to get that information? And are there scholarships or financial aid available for St. Philip's?
Yes. We are actually beginning enrollment for the 2023-2024 school year beginning in February, so that's coming right up. Actually, next week, February begins, and we will continue to enroll. Enrollment will remain open for students who will be coming into 2K through 4th grade, and we use the customary cutoff line of their birthday as of August 31st determines which grade level that they enter. And St. Philip's does have opportunities for financial assistance. We have system for application through something called fax management, which is an objective evaluation of an applicant's financial circumstances, and then that entity makes the determination for what a family may qualify for.
And what is the best way for them to get in touch? Just stop by, or do you need to make an appointment?
Yes, we have the school website, and then we encourage people. We like for people to stop by so we can meet and visit and give a tour. So we encourage people to come by at 343 North Getty and visit us and let us show them the school and let them see our students in action as they learn and grow.
I was blessed to take a tour a couple of years ago, and it was fantastic. The kids all looked so engaged and happy, and I actually got to sit in a Spanish class, and me being a Latino, a Hispanic that was raised in Ohio.
Oh, that's interesting.
I learned something that day, so fun stuff. Again, we're talking to Joy Jechow. She's the head of school at St. Philip's Episcopal School, and to wrap it up, Joy, let us know, are there any special events or fundraisers or cool things going on the campus or relating to the campus?
Yes. We are currently enrolled or involved in what's called Kids Heart Challenge. Some people may remember it in the past. It's an ongoing yearly effort by the American Heart Association. In the past, it's been called sometimes Jump Rope for Heart. Oh. It's two-pronged. It's to help children learn about being heart healthy and get them involved in heart-healthy physical activities and good health practices. So our students are focusing on jumping rope, on shooting hoops, and on dancing, wow, which are all heart health activities. And at the same time, they are participating in fundraising for the American Heart Association for the valuable work that organization does in promoting heart health and researching and coming up with new techniques to help, especially children who are born with hearts that, as we say, need some help. Their heart needs some help, and so this is a big fundraiser for us every year, a community service outreach in addition to promoting heart health, and this is being conducted through our physical education classes.
Yeah, let me put a button on that by saying, as I just mentioned earlier, I was a chubby kid, always kind of have been, but the thinnest I ever was in grade school was when I participated in Jump Rope for Heart. I won some cool prizes too, so it's a fun way to actually, do some great work, helping out, and staying fit as well too, so that's exciting stuff. Joy, anything else we haven't touched on or any other messaging you want to get out there before we wrap it up?
Well, I would like to say that we have wonderful staff at the school, very caring, loving people who live out their Christian faith, and their main way of doing that is to teach and love children. We have teachers. We have new teachers who are just beginning. We have seasoned, experienced teachers. We have some retired teachers who have come back to teaching because they love it, either on a we have several on a part-time basis. And then we have our fourth grade teacher, Mrs. Charlotte Nickel, who was last year named the Texas History Teacher of the Year by the organization Daughters of the Republic of Texas.
Wow.
And we were so proud of her for being rightfully chosen for that award. She's an outstanding Texas history teacher, and our students in fourth grade participate in that and learn so much about our beloved and wonderful state of Texas.
That is quite the feather in the hat over at St. Philip's Episcopal School. That is very, very cool. All right, well, again, I guess it's going to wrap it up with Joy Jechow, St. Philip's Episcopal School. Again, the phone number is 830-278-1350. The address, 343 North Getty Street here in Uvalde. Any final thoughts, Joy?
Thank you for speaking with me. I love this school, and I encourage everyone who has children in their family to come by and see our school and investigate, see what you think for yourself. We also have very reasonable tuition that has not been raised in many years.
Wow, okay.
So it's a very good value for the investment in your child's life to come to St. Philip's Episcopal School.
Well, find more information at spesuvalde.org. And Joy, thank you so much for all the information and a little insight into your campus and your faculty. So again, that is going to wrap it up here with School Choice Week for 2023 on UvaldeRadio.net. Thank you so much.
Thank you. My pleasure.